let us expose the racist Muhammad and the racist Muslims, who they have nothing in their religion, so they start focusing on the look of Muhammad instead of focusing of his deeds, of his ethic, of his etc., because he have none. Child molester, he married his first wife for her money, he made the father of his wife drunk, so he make him believe that he agreed to marry him. He said his cousin, he raped him, he was having sex with men, he was accused to be a thief by the Muslims, his wife accused to be a whore by the Muslims, you name it. However, let us see what the Muslims truly believe about the look of their prophet, the prophet of the white man, Muhammad.
Look at the description of your Rassul. And for some, this would be the first time you hear what your prophet looked like. I saw a man of striking appearance. ظاهر الوضاء أبلج الوجه, radiant face, حسن الخلق, beautifully created. لم تعبه الثجلة, his belly wasn't protruding. ولم تزر به السعلة, nor was his head disproportionate and small. وسيم قسيم, proportionate and delicate, finely made, a specimen of a creation. في عينيه دعج, in his eyes there was a contrast. The dark was immensely dark, the white was excessively white. وفي أشفاره وطف, and his eyelashes were long. وفي صوته صهل, and in his voice was a natural echo. وفي عنقه سطع, and his neck was elegantly long. وفي لحيته كثافة, his beard was full and thick. أزج أقرن, his eyebrows were arched, but they were not joint, it was separated. In summit فعليه الوقار, when he was silent, dignity covered him. وإن تكلم سماه وعلاه البهاء, and when he spoke it was audible and clear, almost commanding and overtaking. أجمل الناس وأبهاهم من بعيد, from afar the most striking and outstanding in appearance. وأحسنهم وأجملهم من قريب, and when he came near, the best of them and the most handsome of them in closeness. حلو المنطق, so such an exalted and sweet level of logic. Like when he used to speak, it was so coherently logical, it was smooth and easy to understand. فصل لا نزر ولا هذر, he was
notice with me until now, all what he said is very stupid. A prophet who his eyebrows is not connected. So if the prophet his eyebrows are connected, is that going to be a problem? A prophet who his beard is full, not a few hair. All the Asians don't have a full beard, like Zakir Naik. Does that mean he is an idiot? He is stupid? He will not be fit to be a prophet? If you see the description, it's very stupid. And now he is talking about the prophet who is logical. So let us go back to the video and see how he described the prophet of Islam and his color, how pretty the prophet. I want to see how pretty the prophet is. So pretty, so pretty. You know, if you hear this description, and if somebody is a perverted man or he is a gay, he might get so horny, because you will notice they are describing no man, they are describing someone they worship, but they worship him because he's beautiful. You see, even he said he used the word handsome. It doesn't say handsome, it says Jamil, beautiful. Let us go back a little bit so we can refresh your memory, and we start again.
Almost commanding and overtaking. أجمل الناس وأبهاهم من بعيد, from afar, the most striking and outstanding in appearance. وَأَحْسَنُهُمْ وَأَجْمَلُهُمْ مِنْ قَرِيبٍ. And when he came near, the best of them and the most handsome of them in closeness. حُلْوُ الْمَنْطِقِ. Such an exalted and sweet level of logic.
You know, he was very sweet to the point. People, they were afraid of him from a distance of a month. If you go in the hadith, he says, I was victorious by terror from a distance of a month. Do you see how sweet he is?
Like when he used to speak, it was so coherently logical. It was smooth and easy to understand.
You see, guys, it's so easy to understand what Muhammad's saying, to the point we have tens of thousands of interpretation of the hadith, and yet the Muslims until now could not understand it. It's so easy to understand what Muhammad is saying, and no Muslim until now can answer a question about what Muhammad is saying. But yet it's so easy to understand the Prophet.
He was to the point, not excessive, not too short.
Yeah, this is why he was kissing a man going inside his shirt, and the man was naked and he kissed him down his belly. That because he's so straight to the point.
His logic, his utterances, his words were like jewels coming out of a necklace, calculated, polished, one after the other. It would flow magically.
You see, they describe Muhammad in a way they never describe even their God. Look how much they are praising him.
He was medium in height. Your eye didn't have to strain to look up at him, nor was it tedious to look down at him. He was a comfortable sight.
How that can be? How that can be that everybody can see Muhammad in same level? Look at this lie. When you look at him, you don't look up and you don't look down. He is medium in level. Does that mean everybody in the town is the same height? Are you stupid Muslims? Are you telling me everybody speak to Muhammad, met Muhammad, everyone from the thousands of people around him, everybody was the same height or shorter? Unbelievable, man. Do Muslims have a brain? They don't.
To look at له رفقاء يحفون به. He had friends, the people that were with him, they were working around him to try to serve and protect him. إذ قال سمعوا لقوله. When he used to say something, they used to hearken to what he used to say. وإن أمر تبادروا إلى أمره. When he commanded, they used to compete to fulfill the command.
Yeah, like the command of killing Qurfa and the command of killing old men and women. Qurfa, he cut her to pieces by tying her legs to two different camels, and they are fighting to obey his command. Like what? Like his son, when Muhammad he flirted with the wife of his own son when he was absent from the house, his son right away he gave up his wife to Muhammad. And it says in the books of the interpretations that the Prophet was given many licenses from Allah. One of them, if the Prophet his eyes fall into a woman, her husband, he have to divorce her.
This is Muhammad Rasulullah. This is Muhammad Rasulullah. Anas ibn Malik says, he says, I came out one night, it was the full moon night. I looked at the moon, and in the desert, understand, the moon is an awesome sight. It is smooth, it is radiant, it is clear, it is gentle compared to the scorching sun at which they are used to. So the moon was the epitome of beauty. So he says, I came out at a full moon night and I looked at the moon and I saw it beautiful, handsome. So I said, let me go see if the moon is more handsome or my Prophet is more handsome. Let me see if that is more beautiful or the Prophet is more beautiful. So I went and I saw him standing afar. So I looked at his face and I looked at the moon and I looked at his face and I looked at the moon and I looked at his face and
hold on. I mean, are you going to do that for the coming 10 years? You see, guys, the Muslim, they are saying to us, go and worship the white Jesus, but we don't see Christians speaking about the white Jesus. We see black, we see Asian, we see white, people from all kind of people, they worship Jesus, but nobody speak about him being black or unless he's sick. Our Bible is so clear, never mention, and nobody care for how he look like. How you Muslims accept such a thing, to praise a man for the look of his face? And I am sure all of this is a fabrication, by the way, because the more you fabricate, the more you lie, speaking good about Muhammad, the more Muslims accept it blindly. It doesn't matter what you are saying. So look, this is a man, he went out at the night and he saw the moon. So he said to himself, let me see to myself who is more beautiful, which means more white, because the whiteness of the moon. So who is more white, the face of the Prophet or the face of the moon? So I look at the Prophet and I look at the moon. I look at the Prophet and I look at the moon, and look, he's look like he's going to cry. You know, they are actors. They are making a great. This guy is a billionaire, not millionaire. I look at the Prophet. I look at the moon. I look at the Prophet. I look at the moon. I look at the Prophet. I look at the moon. Okay, should we take a nap and come back? What's the point of this?
Which they are used to. So the moon was the epitome of beauty. So he says, I came out at a full moon night and I looked at the moon and I saw it beautiful, handsome. So I said, let me go see if the moon is more handsome or my Prophet is more handsome. Let me see if that is more beautiful or the Prophet is more beautiful. So I went and I saw him standing afar. So I looked at his face and I looked at the moon and I looked at his face and I looked at the moon.
I look at his face. I look at the moon and I look.
Wallahi, he was more handsome than the moon in its entirety.
Just to let you know, Abdul, the moon is so disgusting. If you go closer, the moon is full of holes and he is not so beautiful as you think. This is how stupid you Muslims are. I look at the moon and I look at his face. I look at the moon and I look at his face. I look at the moon and I look at his face. And I look at the moon and I look at the face. And finally, hey, Muhammad is the winner. Muhammad is whiter. Muhammad win, the moon lose. This is the most stupid, naive, disgusting religion. Is that what you are telling us about your Prophet? And there's people listen to you? And those people, they invite you to TV, and 10,000 of Muslims, they watch you and they enjoy listening to you? They must be a bunch of perverted people. What the heck is that?